just thought about the Tibetan Buddhist. Maybe I saw it on the YouTube. They sit in the middle of the snow, not much to wear. So body have the ability to adjust and keep himself warm. Nature does that trick. When I go diving, my body gets cold, but I don't want to test it. It looks like a common sense, but the nature has a mystery. But sometimes I feel like I shouldn't test it. And just be. When I said just be, there are a few things that popped up that's in my mind. To be or not to be. From Hamlet, Shakespeare. I posted the video. Just be. That's so profound. And it's funny that AI can understand what I said in that video. Also, it's something like there is no good or bad, but our thinking makes it so. That also I shared in the same video. Without thinking or no thinking, in other words, no thinking. You are in samadhi and you are connected as you are with the way of the universe. So in a way I don't need to talk. Just be. But as human, that's a paradox, that we have this faculty of thinking and talking to help each other. So, an experience still new, I realized when I used that Holo-card for taking the bus. I didn't want to lose the Holo-card that just taps in and out when you go into the bus, so that I had a little hole made, and with a string around it, I can keep it safely, because when I go diving, I don't want to bring much of anything, but keep everything organized. But that little hole I made on the edge to have the card with a string, I didn't know this, but it caused so that the Holo-card didn't work. The technology had so advanced, so they have some antenna printed inside the plastic card, and apparently I damaged we create the plastic card with a chip inside and antenna inside, so it's handy. My card usually I keep it in the wallet and there's no hole, but this one, tiny hole, 1 millimeter or a little bit more, broke the circuit or the antenna. Kids try all sorts of things to test. Maybe I was like a kid with curiosity, but curiosity can kill a cat. That's the famous saying, I believe. No action. So Daoist may say no human action. Be with the nature and you are one. Doing nothing. Already you are one with the nature. But as human, with the brain, we play. We learn, we make mistakes, we learn. Mistake is painful, but that's how we are growing as human, usually. But there's a moment that you don't think. Stay put, observe what's going on, connected to the root. It may bring out the wisdom, or it may not. But no action makes sense, at least for a while, to assure that we are connected before taking any action. And to learn that, not in the brain, but in our body and heart. We don't do anything. To learn the skill of no action. And the meditation is a way. It's called a zazen in Japanese. Za is sit. Zen, I don't remember what the Chinese character. I forgot. It may be like you practice Zen in sitting. What is Zen? You may say it's the way of nature, where everything is as it is. So just be. And not to be. But as human, we have ability not to be with the thinking. But we can do being by doing nothing and come out of that. Doing may follow the way of nature. So that we can grow like a tree with our mind, practicing, bringing out the wisdom and compassion. I picked up trash on the way to come here, and I pushed on the side to throw away, and it was an automatic action, as if no thinking, but there was thinking, maybe connected to bring out the wisdom. Each little movement, each little thing, even breathing, there's a way. Breathing can be with your mind, and then breathing can be without your mind, more natural. But we can be with mind and without mind when the mind is aligned with the way of the universe. So to be or not to be, there's a way to be. And at the same time not to be. That's very Zen, paradoxical, but there's a way to practice without practicing in mind. Everything ultimately is following the way of nature. In human world, even artificial intelligence, there may be a way to be aligned with the nature's way. I just realized that I talked. Did I talk without the intention of talk? Or was it the nature's way? when we are born, we are with the way of nature, and we learn to use our brain this way and that way, and making mistakes, and how we grow. Then there's the pain of learning and keep learning. If we humans are the experiment of God, if someone may call it, or it's an experiment of nature's way, ultimately I believe, I feel we are with the nature's way. But in our mind, we play this and that, and that creates lots of interesting things that all the paintings, poem, invention, even management, it may be expressed as the way of nature, even with using our mind. So let's find that, the wisdom and compassion, and to be, even with not to be. So that the mind and our heart, the core of our being, is all aligned. Melting. May all beings be happy. Happy even unhappy. Because it's all in your mind. Let's clear up our mind and always be connected. Let's find a way. My legs are not hurting, and the rock I sit is like this. It's all difficult. But this is the way. Have a good day.